most common one is what's on page 4, where it says we have singed bags or singeing. So you'll see later when I bring you one of the bags in, the outside of the bag is like crunchy, like a piece of toast. If you put your hand inside is the virgin material that hasn't been treated, and it's nice and fuzzy like a shirt. Okay? So the reason we do that is because it makes the dust slide off the surface of the bag more easily. Okay? Just like dirt will come off of your leather jacket easier because it's smooth compared to like your fuzzy sweater, right? If you get dust on your sweater, it's harder to get it off. Versus the leather is nice and smooth, so you can wipe it off real easy and get almost all of it off. So we do the same thing with the bags. Singeing is we put it over a flame at the factory and it crisps or toasts the outside. And then there's other ones, glazed and all these other things that are basically the same thing. And then sometimes we spray something on the bag. So we might spray like a oleophobic coating or hydrophobic coating. So that's like when they spray your couch with Scotchgard. It's the same chemical. It repels water and oil. Sometimes they coat them in silicone and other kinds of things. And they're sometimes like acid resistant or flame retardant they put on it sometimes, right? And then there's one that's very special that we'll talk about here that's called a membrane, and it's made out of the PTFE, the Teflon. So we call it PTFE membrane. And that's a separate material that's made on a roll, and we laminate it to the surface of the filter bag. And then it becomes a aramid bag with PTFE membrane, or a polyester bag with PTFE membrane. Okay? Not the filter itself. Sometimes people call it membrane bags or PTFE bags, but it's actually a separate layer that we put on the top of the normal bag. And I'll explain what it does in a second, but the filter itself still performs based on the base fabric. So if it's an aramid bag with membrane on top, it will still fail at the temperature that the aramid bag will fail. If it's polyester, it'll fail when the polyester fails, all of that kind of stuff.